Hey guys, Charlie here. This is officially my 7th update on the World War I group build and my progress that I'm getting on with at the moment. Now this, just so you're aware of, this update isn't going to be like an update of what I'm actually doing with my last entry. Well, it sort of is. I'll show you afterwards. But this is going to be an update on where everyone's at so far, and the amount of progress that they're making, whether they've either finished or. You're right. Whether they either finished or not. Yeah, we shall go from there. Now, in this update, this is it's only going to be for those who have managed to do update progress and everything else like that they've been doing with their builds and entries and everything like that for our World War I group build. Since the last update where I've been doing this, which I think was my second update for my World War I group build, but I'm not 100% sure. It's either my second or third, but who knows. But so yeah. Now, before I get into these people, I just want to thank literally everyone that's actually participated in this group build, because to start with, I was just a bit concerned that not many people would join, but it turned out that there's been a lot of success from everyone that's been participating. A lot of brilliant builds. Most of them that aren't actually aircraft were mainly the male and female tanks. Mostly by Airfix and other brands. But yeah. But other than that, they just absolutely fantastic. I mean, the amount of effort that they put in, I've seen that one or two of them have added quite a little bit of weathering techniques into their tank models, and yeah, I just find it really fascinating. And all the aircraft builds I'm really starting to pick up, and again, they are just utterly unique and fantastic. I mean, I've got to say, all those builds out there have been brilliant. I just love seeing them, and I really enjoyed seeing them and watching them, and how the way they build up with everything. With the progress. So yeah, right, so let's go on to those that are with us still at the moment. Now, half of these guys that I'm going to mention have already finished theirs. Some of them are already still in progression. Right, so we'll start off with the other host of my group build, which is the one and only Greg Huff. Hello, Greg. Now, he's the last update that he's been doing. He's actually been he's been doing 2 of those Revell 172nd kits, which were both biplanes, and as I'm sure pretty much everyone is aware of, they're both pretty much original sprues, original moldings, and reboxed kits, but you know, they are quite good kits, to tell you the truth. So the kits that he's been working on are the Sopwith Triplane and the Royal Aircraft Factory SC5A, and he's done a really good job on them, I must say. I think in his last video where he's been you know, showing showcasing those two models that he's completed, he said that he's gonna try and attempt to do some more entries for his group build. And I think Greg, you did mention something about adding a bit of rigging as well, like what I did on my Sopwith Camel. And I've got to say, Greg, those two kits that you've done are actually pretty good. So I'm well impressed with that. And also, not to mention, I do like the little. I do like the fact that you know, you're actually going to add the two to like a little diorama, and also you're going to also here you're going to be adding another kit. Well, you're doing another kit for this group build entry, and for those of you who don't know, the kit that he's going to be the kit that he's going to be mounting on, as well as the SC5A and the Sopwith Triplane that he's also going to be doing for his next entry, is the Airfix 172nd Bristol F2B fighter. Yeah, that's that. Right, on to Chris and Alex modelling. Now, in terms of what they've been doing with their builds, I know Alex, he's been doing a Revell 172nd SC5A buddy build with James Day, and he's been doing a few live hangouts with them, well, with the kit, sorry, and I have seen that Alex has already completed his. I'm not 100% sure about James Day though, because I think he's I know he's a little bit behind on his SC5A more than Alex. So yeah. But one of the hangouts that I was trying to join, however, I was trying my attempt to join twice in one of their hangouts. And unfortunately, I just randomly like automatically backed out, because there's just something odd going on. It was either my internet or you know, the device that I'm using for me to that I tend to record my videos. But hey ho, you know, we've gone over that. It's dealt with. You know, there's nothing to worry about now. And also, Alex is also doing another buddy build along with his dad, Chris. They're both doing 1/28 scale Revell kits. Alex is doing the Sopwith Camel, I think. Yeah, he is doing the Sopwith Camel. And Chris is doing the Fokker DR1 Triplane. Now, both the two kits that they have for both the Sopwith Camel and the DR1 Triplane, they're both the two schemes from Roy Brown, who was the pilot of the Sopwith Camel, who was a Canadian. He was a Canadian pilot, and he was the guy that shot down Manfred von Richthofen, who was in the Fokker DR1 Triplane. And those are the two schemes that you do get in those kits. And I know Revell have actually done reboxing of their 1/28 scale kits, but the one for the DR1 Triplane is slightly different, and the the Sopwith Camel that's been reboxed comes as a completely different scheme. So rather than just Roy Brown's scheme, it's basically like a scheme which has like blue and white stripes at the front of the engine cowling. So yeah, and so far in terms of their progression, they are. I think they're pretty much there with their building progress, and they've done all the rigging around it as well. So yes, it's good to hear. So hopefully they're not far from painting them. I do hope. But anyway, you know, if you're watching this, you've still got time. All right, next off, WG Revival. He's doing these little British soldier figures. I'm not sure if I've seen the video yet, but which I do apologise. But you know, I did actually see it, and oh yeah, actually, sorry, I did see the video. I only saw a short bit of the video, and the little figures that he made he made the effort on, I reckon are actually really good so far. You know, with small figures like those, you just need, you know, a little bit more dexterity and precision to try and, you know, paint them with the right accuracy. Right, next off, Idic Beer. Now, not only is he the only guy that's been doing an entry, but his son has also been doing an entry for this group build as well. And they've been working on both the male and female tanks from World War I, from MHA, 1/72 scale. They've both done Refiner Reveal showcase videos, and I've got to say, the look of them, especially when they're mounted on the dioramas, I just thought that they were just absolutely astonishing. Really, I've got to say they do look really impressive. And I like, and you know, I saw that there's a little bit of nice chipping going on there with the male and female tanks, and I reckon that gives it, you know, a very good accurate finish for the tanks. So yeah, so it's cool. Alright, moving on to Neen Curbs, and he's doing the Revell 1/72 scale Albatrosity 3A. Now, the progress that he's made so far is that he's painted the whole thing, and as far as I've seen, he's done a really good job on there. The amount of paint that he's been using and been putting on there looks looks really nice. I've got to say, it really does. All right, next onto Adrian Short, and he's doing the Meng 1/35 scale French FT-17 light tank, which I've not actually seen before as a tank, because to me it you know, the style of it doesn't really look that much like a World War I tank, say, because if you look at the shape of it, you can pretty much tell that it definitely looks something more like the Type 97 medium Chiha tank that was used in the Pacific Theatre. But progress-wise, I think he's working on. You know, the bottom hull and the wheels and interior, etc. And the kit that he was showcasing as a review kit, review video. I've got to say, the detail looks absolutely fabulous, and it also comes with like a plastic sort of diorama base as well. So but yeah, I find that quite interesting. Right, now we go on to Jake Cutter, who is actually doing the same kit, the exact same kit as Neen Curbs, on the Revell 72nd Albatross D3, and funny thing is that he's pretty much on the. I think he's pretty much on the same progress as New Curbs. You know, like I said again, he's painted the whole thing and been putting it all together nice and neatly in his last update, where he did actually showcase his Albatross for the World War group build, and I reckon it looks pretty cool. Oh yeah, don't forget not to mention Jake Steve. Really liked the update video where you did show on the Catalina and all the other updates on the other group builds going on, stuff like that. And I think that was the last World War update you did, and I saw the showcase of the same kit, one of the same kits I got for my birthday, which was the My Thunderbird 2 kit, and yeah, for the first kit that has been dating back, you know, a few years ago, it looks good. I must say, it does look very good indeed. So yeah. All right, moving on to Courage and Honor, and he's doing the Airfix 172nd World War Mail tank, which he's just finished. He's done a pretty good job, and he's also added like a little diorama base, and the diorama base that he's been doing is like on a little sort of muddy ground, which looks pretty cool, I must say. Alright, and then moving on to Dave the Bartender, and again he's doing the same kit as Adrian Short, which is the main 135th scale FT17, and I think I'm not sure what I haven't actually seen the progress for him, so I'm not 100% sure. I think he's only done one update on it, but I'm not sure. Just you know, correct me if I'm wrong, if you're watching this. So yeah, and then we got a guy named Modeling Master, who's doing a set of figures, and then we got Joshua Swan, who mainly does like figures to do with Warhammer, but for this group build, he's doing two kits. They're both figure kits actually, and they are the Airfix 172nd scale World War I British Infantry and the Airfix 172nd German Infantry. Now the last update that he did, he's done a I'm not 100% sure if he's. I think he's been painting like most of them, but yeah, what I have seen so far looks is looking good. And then we got Frankie Day. Oh hi, Frankie. And he's doing something that I've not actually heard of before, especially the aircraft that he's doing. And to be brutally honest, I've never heard of this brand or this scale, or even the aircraft, or even the model kit that he's doing. And he's doing something called a WAC, 1:33 scale Ansaldo A1 Balila. Now, this aircraft I never heard of before in my entire life, but the progress that he's been making so far, I reckon it looks. It looks like it's going well. So yeah. And then we've got Fokker D21, who's actually been doing one of the same kits that I've been doing, which is the Revell 172nd Stop with Camel. Now the last update that he did was on his September channel update video, where he was showing off the Camel. And it all looks pretty much done. It's just that there's one problem that he is having, and that's with all the rigging. And I hate to tell you this, but you know, I know it doesn't look straight, but you know, it's. I mean, you know, for a first attempt, Joss, you know, it's some good, it is some good effort, I must say, but you know, I do apologise, and I do feel sorry for you that you know, it's been a real, rather real issue for you, but you know. And then last, oh yeah, not last but not least, got 2 more people to go. One of them's actually me. Right, so last but not least, other than me, is Big Mix Models UK, and he's been doing the Edward 1/48 scale Albatross D5, and the kit that he's done, it does actually look like a very nice kit, and I don't know about this, but I might think about getting one of those kits because you know, these World War I 1/28 and 1/48 kits are starting to give me a little bit of attraction. But yeah, he's finished his. He's showcased the final reveal for his Albatross, and he, as far as I've seen it, he's done an excellent job on it. It looks really nice, especially with the scheme that's provided for the Edward kit. And I've got to say, Mick, if you're watching this, I've got to say you've done a really good job on there. And last but not least, me. So, unfortunately, I'm not going to turn the camera around just yet. I'm just going to record a separate clip from here, because if I just turn the camera around, really, it's because really I won't know where the camera's actually facing that, and that's only because on what I'm recording, you know, it can actually switch between, you know, forward and backward, as there is an option for it, because you know, I tend to record with my iPod Touch 4, as in the 4th generation. So yeah, so I'm just gonna do just this little clip for you, just to show you on where I'm at so far with my Revell 1/72 SPAD 13. So here it goes. So yeah, so far on my sock with Camel, I just need to do at least 3 more things, and then the whole thing's done. So, you know, once I get this thing done and out of the way, I'll be doing not only the final reveal just for this aircraft, but it's also going to be going to have the showcase for both my Iron Decker and my sock with Camel as well. So let's have a look, shall we? So yeah, this is where I'm at with my sock with Camel. As you can see, I've literally applied all the parts onto her, and there were, as you might be able to see there, there are a few places where the paint is in different shades, but really I'm not going to worry about that too much. I mean, there's a lot more shading going on around here than there is on the other side, and everywhere else as well. But to be honest, to be brutally honest, gentlemen modelers, I'm not really going to worry about that, because I'm sure it'll probably look better once I've applied a few coats with Johnson Clear, which is what I'm going to be doing straight after this video. But yeah, this kit has gone quite well. The fitting's hasn't been that bad, you know, since my last update on this. But yeah, as you can see, she does look in very good condition, and the amount of coats that I'm going to be putting on will probably be, I don't know, like 1 or 2, like on the whole thing, and probably 3 onto the 3 coats, like onto the fuselage. And then I'm just gonna, you know, just leave it to dry, for about 24 hours, and then afterwards I'm going to apply all the decals on, and then after that I'm going to be placing all the rigging on, which I know is a real challenge for most of you, but trust me, the way I've actually done it, it's been a real success for me on my sock with camel. So that's what I'm going to be doing on my SPAD 13. Who knows what the rigging's going to be like on this thing? It should be the rigging should be as good as the amount of rigging that I put on the SPAD 13, and I'm sure most of you will really enjoy looking at this thing once it's finished. So yeah, that is where my SPAD 13 is so far. So yeah, that's it. So that's it, guys. Really. The next World War One group build video that you will be seeing from me is not another update, but it's actually going to be for the final reveal for all 3 kits that I've been working on for my 3 entries for my World War One group build. I've got to say it's been a lot of fun. It really has. So yeah, that's that really. So yeah, I think I mean, I know Greg Huff is doing a little bit more entries than I'm doing, but yeah, it's been a lot of fun building these little kits. You know, if you seriously, if you guys want to try one of these Revell 172nd biplane kits, then you know, I'd personally go for them myself. You know, if you want to go for something challenging, or either if you want to do like a little commemoration build of World War One, then you know, these kits, trust me, they are actually worth it. I mean, plastic isn't that bad, really, but other than that, all I can say is they are actually pretty good kits to work with. So yeah, and like I said, it's been a lot of fun for me working on my Iron Decker and my sock with camel during the summer holidays, and now I'm pretty much nearly at that finishing stage for the SPAD 13, which I'm actually pretty impressed with. So therefore I can get on my other builds afterwards. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I shall no doubt see you whenever, really. You never know, it could be the final reveal. Who knows? But yeah. So I shall see you whenever. Alright. Guys, take care of yourselves, and don't forget to stay safe, have fun, and also happy modelling, and whatever you do, guys, just enjoy modelling, because, you know, it's just a fantastic hobby, and it really is a lot of fun, and, you know, it means a lot to me. So yeah, so I shall see you guys soon. Alright, ta-ta for now.